Hey guys, what's up? Rain here. We have early access patch number 2 notes. Just barely came out, and we're going to be going over all the new changes, new updates. I think there's a new map in here, tons of stuff. So we're super excited. Going to go through all the changes and see what it's all about. They are starting the downtime at 4:45 my time. It is 4:35 when I'm recording this, so expect this video to have released around the exact same time that the downtime started. When the patch starts, you won't be able to join anything, and it looks like 6 hours. The server will return to service 6 hours after the patch starts. We are going to have 6 hours of downtime. That means 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for me. If you're on the East Coast, that's 1 a.m. is when it's going to be back online. And if you are West Coast, that means it's going to be 3 hours before that, so 10 a.m. Or not 10 a.m., 10 p.m. for West Coast. Crazy. All right, patch notes. Start of a new season. All character levels, gold, items, and triumph levels have been wiped. Bluestone shards and shop cosmetics are not wiped. So if you purchase something, you keep that. However, everything else is pretty much gone at this point. New quest system added to the merchants. So merchants are going to have quests. It's probably going to be something like go find me some rotten bread or moldy bread, or go get me a centaur's tail, or something along those lines. And you go into the dungeon, you get it, come out, and you get some kind of reward. Super excited about this. This is going to make matches way more dynamic. You're going to have a different goal every time when you go in. I think this is a great change. New merchant affinity system. Improve your relationship with the merchants to unlock more items for sale, more craft items, and better prices. Okay, so you're going to be able to do these quests, and some of the rewards from the quests are going to be increasing your affinity system, which is going to give you, better deals, etc. Adventure title rank system for high roller dungeon. They released a image of this actually. I'll probably pop it up in editing here, but it's kind of a rank system where the more you play, the more you extract, etc. You unlock various things. I think there's some cosmetics that are tied to it. I'll put the little image up here, but that's what this is. So a new rank system. I think this incentivizes killing less. So I think it'll be good. Hopefully, we'll see exactly how it goes. Results window for the high roller dungeons. So I assume this means when you get out at the end, it'll tell you maybe how much gold you collected, how much damage you did, stuff like that. That's my guesstimate as to what this is, but I haven't actually seen it yet, so we'll see. New attributes, vigor and dexterity, along with health recovery bonus and spell recovery bonus sub-attributes. That is awesome. Okay, so if you are unaware right now, strength and agility are both really overpowered because they give you both action speed, which is damage, right? Agility, if we're talking about. It gives you action speed, which is damage, and movement speed, and regular interaction speed, which is walking and opening doors and chests and all that kind of stuff. So if you're a rogue or a fighter, you build agility, you get damage and mobility and interaction speed with doors and everything all in one stat. Same thing with strength. Strength was giving you health as well as physical damage, right? So you're kind of able to double dip, whereas the caster classes, right, if you're a warlock, if you're a wizard, heck, if you're a bard, all had to do either knowledge, which gave you attack damage, right, in the form of casting faster, or will, which gave you damage, but it didn't actually help any of your survivability at all. It didn't help any of your spell cast speed at all, right, if you're talking about will. And so you're not able to double dip, whereas with physical damage classes, you were always able to double dip. You always became more tanky and did more damage when you built strength, right, which was just a problem, right? It just inherently makes those stats better than anything else. And now they've split it. So you will have vigor, which is health now, and dexterity, which is your action speed, how fast you swing a weapon, how fast you reload a bow, how fast you notch and draw the bow. All that kind of stuff is tied to dexterity instead of agility now, which means you can no longer double dip on those classes. And it looks like they've also added health recovery bonus, which is probably pretty similar to physical healing. I assume it's like sitting down, you're going to be able to regen your HP faster. And spell recovery bonus, obviously when you sit down and you get your spells back, you can now build a build that allows you to regen your spells way better, which I think is super cool. This opens up a lot of new ways to build a wizard. You can sacrifice damage to make it so that you can just rip your spells back quickly and just be casting spells like a madman. I think that's super cool. I really like it. Cool, great new attributes. All classes had their base attributes rebalanced to include the new attributes. Several new items that confer the new attributes. Okay, so they just added new items that give you the new attributes. Primary stats of many items updated. Primary stats of cobalt and ruby silver items updated. New iron and copper ore added. Okay, iron and copper ore. I don't know if this is going to be for quests that are going to say like, go mine me something. Or if this is actually build new armor. Totally could be. Ore spawns have been updated. New craft resources. Iron, copper, and silver ingots as well as powder. New craft items added, including iron, copper, and golden crafted items. Okay, so we're going to get probably rings, probably necklaces, maybe some armor pieces that use these things, maybe weapons. Tons of new items probably. So super exciting there. I wonder if they're going to have special effects like some of the current ones do. New silver crafted weapons that give an undead slaying bonus. Okay, so kind of like, you know, you bring silver to kill a werewolf or whatever. We have an undead slaying bonus on your silver weapons, so that's super cool. Iron can be used to craft throwing knives, Francesca axes, hunting traps, lockpicks, and trap disarming kits. Trap disarming kits, that is a new thing. Previously, anyone could always disarm a trap. If you can't now, that sounds really AIDS. So what, you get locked in the trap and you're just stuck in it permanently? Or what? Or is this, maybe this just increases the speed at which you can disarm traps? So it's kind of like a counter. You bring one. If you get trapped and you have a kit, then you can switch to it real quick and then instantly open the trap or something. I don't know. Could be interesting. Depends on how it's implemented. Loot state is now displayed for items. Starter items start as supplied. Items extracted from the dungeon for the first time appear as looted. Items become handled once they are successfully brought in and extracted from a dungeon or traded. All handled items can now be placed in your stash. Interesting. So once you go into a dungeon and extract with an item, it can now go into the stash. Even if it's like, right, this way you can not infinitely collect starter items, right, from supplied, but you can bring starter items back. So this is a way for you to like stash extra arrows, right? If you kill a ranger and you get like 100 arrows off of him, you can now go put those in your stash, save yourself some money down the road, and boom, bring them back into the dungeon. Even if they were originally supplied, because you extracted with them, they'll be handled, which means you can store them in your stash. Super cool. I love that change. Bid adieu to Jack and welcome the return of Jolly Nicholas to the merchants. So we have lost the Jolly or the Jack-o'-lantern guy, and we have the Christmas event now. So Christmas event is going on, holiday season. We'll have candy canes back is pretty much what this means. We saw this last year in one of the playtests. Super exciting. Cool new items there probably. Yeah, the Jolly Nicholas vendor is always fun. Skill and perk descriptions have been standardized. A player statistics menu is available from the main menu. Interesting. I wonder if this is going to be like your kill death ratio, how much loot you've extracted, all that kind of stuff. I think that's super cool. I love looking at statistics, so this is awesome. Elite Warlord added to the High Roller Inferno. Interesting. That's not a champion. Elite Warlord added to the High Roller Inferno. I wonder if this is like a skeleton champion kind of variant, or if this is something else. I'm not familiar with that one. New Cyclops boss added to the Goblin Caves. Okay, we have a second boss for Goblin Caves. The number of portals has been increased for the Goblin Caves. Okay, so they're making Goblin Caves easier again. They kind of just keep bouncing back and forth on this one. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but they keep adding portals and then teaming gets really bad, so they have to remove some, and it kind of just goes back and forth. Moving along here. Visual improvements to the fixed portals. All right. The number of portals has been increased for the Goblin Caves. Visual improvements to the fixed portals, and they now appear on the minimap. Visual improvements to the female elf head. That's good. It was looking kind of weird, not gonna lie. Animation modified for the loot, Chris dagger, magic staff, and crystal sword. Let's hope it's for casting. The animations have been modified for those. Let's hope that magic staff and crystal sword are no longer just mega ultra garbage for casting. That would be dope. 2 new emotes added, loser and money, money, money. New wizard spell, explosion. Interesting. I wonder if this is some kind of mine that you would leave, Wizard's Fireball count has been lowered from 5 to 4. Wizard's Magic Missile attribute bonus has been upped. We're up on Magic Missiles back to 100%. Let's go. If you didn't know, 1 magic damage is actually half a magic damage with Magic Missiles, and now we're back to 100%, so it's 1-to-1. So that is awesome. I think this is going to do such good things for Magic Missiles. We can actually PvE again. Having Magic Missiles require you to cast like 2 entire missiles to kill a red skeleton with okay gear felt terrible. So having this change is huge. Bard's Rousing Rhythms, all attribute bonus has been changed to 2. Okay, so instead of being 3 or plus 3 all, it's plus 2. I think this makes way more sense. This plus 3 is just way too strong in my opinion. For something that you just have the entire time permanently, and you can get an infinite range away from him and still have. I agree with this. The strength that can be obtained from all grades of Ale has been reduced, so they nerfed Ale. And that is it. I am noticing that they didn't mention anything about a new map. I don't know if that's being released now or later. We'll read this and see at the end of this. Hi adventurers, thank you for joining us for Early Access Patch number 2. This major update includes a full wipe of characters, levels, gold items, and triumph levels. All bluestone shards and shop cosmetic items are not wiped. This update also introduces 2 major features, the first iteration of our quest system and the new adventure title system. Merchants now give quests that can be completed to earn extra rewards and unlock access to better items, crafts, and deals. The adventure title system allows adventurers to test their skills in the high roller dungeons to progress through ranks and earn rewards for the next season. We will reveal the rewards for each title in the upcoming weeks. We have revealed the first reward as an exclusive Nightmare Skeleton skin for reaching the Pathfinder rank. Cool. I'm totally down with that. Other major changes include the introduction of 2 new player attributes, Vigor, which now determines the maximum health of the character, while Dexterity determines the player's action speed. The next hotfix, we plan to continue our efforts on improving matchmaking. We will continue to tune our MMR system to test the starting year normal dungeons a bit longer. We also plan to test the ability for solo, duos, and squads to play across every locale currently in the game very soon. That's super awesome. We're working on introducing the High Roller Ruin, so duos can also earn a title. Nice. The next hotfix should also include features and fixes that we missed for this patch. We are polishing up with the friends system, which we plan to release very shortly. Okay, we're getting friends list. Let's go. Looks like it's not on release, but soon. We were also unable to properly localize the Chinese and Japanese languages, and due to our current localization system, these languages will be temporarily unavailable until the next hotfix. Once we update the system, we should be able to start supporting more languages in the future. We also realized that the current adventure points aren't being counted fairly for teams, and we'll look to address it soon. Thank you for your patience and support. See you in the dungeons. Alright, that is it. Big, massive, early access patch number 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one.